Thanks for tuning in. Hope you're having a great weekend. And quick update. I was originally going to have a few more segments out yesterday, but then I ran into technical difficulties. They took forever to fix. Computer had to do some things, so I ended up leaving the house a bit early. But there was an update to the Unity situation where they issued their newest statement if you want to look more into that. But that's not what this segment is about. We're here to talk about One Piece. From Fandom Wire, they still don't get it. One Piece live action fails to impress Dragon Ball Goku voice actor, calls Netflix's adaptation terrible despite extreme popularity. In an interview with Bleeding Cool, he explained how the American industry could not understand the concept of live action. And a quote, "It's weird because I have an insider's view and I've watched Hollywood try to figure out anime my whole career and they still haven't figured it out. You don't realize it until you see them, and I'm not entirely sure that anime genre will ever translate well to any live action. I'm not entirely convinced." Schemmel compared the disappointment of the series with Dragon Ball's live action, that being Dragon Ball Evolution. He said he thinks it's interesting that Hollywood is trying hard to get in this space but is failing miserably. He said, "I've only seen part of the live-action One Piece, and frankly, I think it's terrible. The live-action Dragon Ball Z movie was also terrible, but for a different reason. They had changed directors halfway through production, before even starting production. It's interesting to see how Hollywood has tried to latch onto this story and get into that space. As a public figure, I feel very nervous just saying, I don't really like the live-action One Piece. It's not necessarily the fault of the crew and cast." Personally, I don't think the comparison to Dragon Ball Evolution is a great comparison. I would imagine that even some of the harshest critics of live-action One Piece probably still hold it above Dragon Ball Evolution. That thing has so many problems with it. That said, the part where he talks about Hollywood trying desperately to get involved in the anime space is pretty spot on, because that is true. As a generalization, many people in the public have a waning interest in Hollywood and a growing distaste for celebrities, and many of these Hollywood types have also ruined their own franchises. So it seems like the last thing the anime industry needs is a bunch of corrupt Hollywood types leeching off anime for their own self-interest and also dragging that industry down too. However, expect to see more Hollywood types pushing for live actions and or suddenly pretending to be anime fans as they try to leech off the success of that industry to make up for their own failures. So yeah, there's some things I disagree with Sean on regarding his take, and some other points that I think he made that are rather fair. Let me know what you think in the comments though. As always, thank you for tuning in. I will see you there, and of course in the next segment.